Trigger warning. This podcast will be talking about suicide and childhood trauma. Hi, my name is Kira, and this is After I Decided to Stay, a podcast where I talk about my journey with suicidal thoughts and all the things I learned once I decided to stay here on this amazing planet with all you beautiful people. I'm doing this podcast because I need to say some things out loud. It is my desire to help someone by doing this, whether it be someone who is in the thick of it, someone who decided to stay like me, or a family member of someone who doesn't understand what they are going through. I'm not here to glamorize suicide or mental health. I'm not a medical health professional, and this podcast cannot be used as any form of therapy. If you need help with your mental health, I suggest that you find a mental health professional. You are worth it. You are not a burden. Thanks for being here.
I was thinking about the song in The Wiz, you can't win, child, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game. That's what it's like living with a toxic mother. First, I want to start by saying that you don't owe your mom anything. You never asked to be born. Children don't ask to be born. Your mom and dad are responsible for your well-being until you can take care of yourself. They decided to have you. They had a choice. They made that choice, and it is in their onus. I understand that so far I may have sounded entitled to some during this podcast, especially in this episode, since I'm telling you that you don't owe someone for giving birth to you. Someone has been trying to prove themselves to someone who will never accept them and probably resents giving birth to them. You don't have to prove to anyone that you are worthy of life, love, and respect. You just are just because. I will give validation at the expense of sounding entitled. I've been thinking about why my mom would give birth to me. She acts like I'm a burden, so why have me if she can't handle the pressure she must feel? When I was growing up, every time my mom would talk about something she wanted to do, her excuse would be because of us kids, and that we could have more if my dad paid his child support. I never meant to ruin her life. My mom had kids for two reasons: to prove that she was grown and to get attention. I'm not trying to demonize her. I just know her and have thought about this for a long time. People love my mom. She knows everyone. My friends loved my mom when I was a teenager. Your mom is so nice, they would say, but she would go into a rage behind closed doors. I can talk to your mom about anything, they would say, but really, she has no boundaries. My teachers would say how much they loved her. She's very social and charming with people who aren't her family. She loves the attention. My mom lived in hell when she was growing up. I think having children was a way for her to get out of my grandmother's house and also get respect in my family. My Nana believes that you aren't an adult if you pay bills. I don't know what you have to do to prove to her that you're an adult. My grandmother calls someone's boyfriend or lover their friend. If I introduce her to my boyfriend tomorrow, she would say, "Oh, that's your friend." I have tried to explain to my grandmother that we call things by different titles because they don't mean the same thing. She lives in an alternate reality. I think my mom lived in a fun house filled with clowns and torture devices. Stop waiting for mom to change. My mom gave me the exact childhood that her mother gave her. When my mom tries to cry to me about her childhood, I remind her that she did the exact same thing to me. I'm not going to continue to empathize with her, and that if she really wants to fix things, then she should speak to a therapist. Every time I bring up therapy, my mom shuts down. She's really good at changing the subject, or she will talk over me. Or her favorite thing, the silent treatment. That's a clear indication that she doesn't want anything to change. She just wants someone to feel sorry for her. She has even told me that nothing is wrong with her. I'm preparing myself to go no contact. If you can go no contact, then do it. Choose you. Someone said that if you haven't already gone no contact, then you are not healing. You are just coping. You deserve better. I know it's scary. The best revenge against a narcissist is becoming successful. You can do it. I really believe that. Make sure to get in therapy as well so that you can go no contact emotionally as well. I know I talk about my family often. I give these examples because it paints a picture of what it's like. You can draw similarities to your family and know you aren't alone. We can move on and heal. I love to fantasize about what my chosen family will be like. I know that just because I was born to this family doesn't mean I have to stay in this family. That's what I realized after I decided to stay. Let's take a deep breath. Thanks for listening. You are worthy. You are not a burden. Thanks for being here.